Hello, PMC fans. Welcome back to Weekly Recap, and you have your host. My name is NarthVader, and I am not alone. My co-host is joining me, and he goes by Galladite74. Introduce yourself, friend.
What is up, PMC? For this week's Weekly Recap with Narth. Looking forward to this. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, there's some really cool games, and I can't wait to just hop right into it. So, let's get started with the first match. Do you want to do it, or do I introduce the first match? Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I'll introduce myself. Alright, so this game was Orlando City Superiors taking on the PMC Centaurs. This is a match I personally really enjoyed. It was actually one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Really because, Orlando City Superiors, I thoroughly enjoyed their team a lot. And they won this game 3-0. And like I said again, I really like this team. It worked really well. The fire, water, grass, court, Park 9. It worked very well in this match. And it was Centaurs. They brought a weakness policy to cover guard, which I thought was very interesting.
I thought it was a very interesting set. I think Jonah has. What I feel about weakness policy, I think it was a pretty cool idea, but it might not have been the greatest set for this battle. But what I do like about it though is that Jonah likes to bring some very unique and impressive sets, and he's able to make them work, like last week's Bet, Mian Shao, and Spectrums have got. Also, for this slide, I guess you could say, I kind of screwed up with the GFX. Jonah's information is on the top left corner, which should be the bottom right, and D-pad should be in the top left, it's in the bottom right. And I forgot to spell Landersterian. I presume Landersterian did pick up one kill. Did it not?
I'm not too sure. I think it went down.
Scud is also area. I make a couple errors sometimes, because it's kind of hard to edit a lot of stuff, but it's okay.
Totally understandable.
One thing I do like this match is that Jonah brought his new mascot, Wailord. Thoughts about that? So Jonah's new channel mascot is Wailord, and he picked up Wailord, and Jonah brought Wailord this week.
Oh, okay, yeah. I actually did enjoy the Wailord. It had the water spout. Water spout was favorite things, and he did pick up a kill, and I'm kind of shocked he didn't pick up more, but
I believe
I think it was very interesting Wailord this week.
I believe it was a role in Primarina or something. Jonah explained it, but I forgot. Anything else you want to add?
Not really. That Dodrio kind of shocked me. I don't really like Dodrio. I didn't think it was that strong, but it did pick up 2 kills.
Against the Orcanine and the Landersterian, I presume. Yep.
I think so, yeah.
I believe he brought Choice Banded set as well, which Jonah uses Choice Banded mods very well.
Yeah. That was impressive.
Alright, and that concludes our first match. Our second match, would you like to introduce this one, or do you want me to go and we go, like, each time?
I'll go into this one.
Okay.
Once again, this also match started with a weakness policy. This one was with Togekiss. Unlike the Necrozma, I think the Togekiss worked out very well.
Yep.
It picked up 2 kills before going down to Toxic, I believe.
Yeah, by the Autono.
Yes. And I think it kind of put Cosmogs on edge a little bit, as they weren't really offensive the entire match.
And also, this match was between the San Antonio Victory Bells, coached by Archie, against New York Cosmogs, coached by Phantom Base.
I mean, these teams have not been the best this year, record-wise at least. But it's always good to see like the team at the bottom. No, like it's always fun to see. Now, I don't know.
One thing to note is that Archie brought a very impressive Venusaur set. It was a defensive Venusaur, and it put in a lot of work against Tylus Bagheera. It shut down the New York Cosmogs Bagheera because he brought a shift gear variant, and he Leech Seed Synthesis Spam. Yeah.
When I saw it, I thought the was going to be more of a wall.
The Togekiss really whittled down, or really broke through Tyler's team. It took up 2 of its major walls, and then allowed Venusaur and Darm and Suicune to just really clean up Tyler's team. What do you think the Cosmogs could have done to, do better against this in this match?
One thing I think they could have done better is the Cosmogs had the Suicune, which actually knocked out the Venusaur near the end, and I kind of question why he did that at the beginning instead of letting as well as Galvantula.
I believe Galvantula is very low. I could be wrong with that though.
I'm not really sure. I just saw Bug Buzz going off for a while with Togekiss, not Togekiss, Venusaur wearing it down.
And I think if he swapped Magearna out and he went Nidoking, the Venusaur would have synthesized up. And the Nidoking I think would have gone like 2 Ice Beams, and I think Archie could have told it was a Scarf Nidoking, which I think is what Phantom Base brought.
Maybe that's why he didn't want to send it.
Yeah, I think that's why. A good play that I'd like to mention in the match was, after Archie's Togekiss went down from Toxic, he sends in Darmanitan, predicting Galvantula, because, I think Phantom Base wanted to set up webs, and then he goes for Earthquake because it was a safe middle ground play. It did a lot of damage to Galvantula. I think it even O-code, maybe, depending on the spread, and he predicted the Marowak, a little Marowak, and knocked it out.
Yes, I do remember that. That was a really good play. Let me just check it real quick.
Okay, so that concludes the San Antonio Victor Bells versus the New York Cosmogs. Ended up in a 4-0. Archie was very dominant, but next match. Wow, this match was against the Mastodon Gastrodons, coached by Mastodon, against Sydney Crocodiles, coached by Sharpeeno. And wow, what a match! Your thoughts?
This I was kind of surprised. I didn't even realize this was going to be a 6-0 till the very end when Pelipper match. Pelipper.
Yeah.
Pelipper came out and it was 6-1, and I was like, oh wow, the match is basically over.
Yeah. I really like Mastodon's prep. He brought Probopass, which I made a mistake, another mistake. But Probopass picked up 2 kills, not 1. It says here. He utilized Probopass very well. Oh my god, I forgot to put Sharpeeno's mom in. From what I can remember, Sydney brought Skarmory, Tapu Koko, Pelipper, Skarmory, Pelipper, Tapu Koko. Do you remember his other Pokemon? Yeah. So, he utilized Pro Pass very well. It she trapped Skarmory with it. And it also picked another kill. Oh, Crocodile also came, I remember that. He utilized his Genesect very well. He killed Crocodile with it very early, which is a huge threat. And it killed the Pelipper late game. He brought a defensive Staraptor, which it can be utilized well, and I think it did well in this match. It walled Crocodile's ground stab. It did alright, you know, it helped gain some momentum. Did well against the Swords as well. Dope Trail, Trap Topper Coco, great way to use it. Chestnut also helped serve defensively, and Laias just did what Laias does.
Yeah, like you said, Staraptor was defensive, which was a little weird, but it worked out. And a couple other things that I thought was really good was with, like you said, with the Pro Pass, he used it very well. Specifically the Skarmory. I really like Skarmory in this format, but he has Earth Power and Thunderbolt, so if Skarmory wanted to roost, he could go for Earth Power, get a lot of damage off, and then T-Bolt if he didn't, so we got around that pretty well.
And oh, sorry, yeah, you continue, sorry.
Alright, it's my fault. Like you said, the Crocodile was taken out very early in the match, which was a huge threat, and it kind of put the Crocodiles just down a little bit during the entire match. And for a while, it was just them do like Tapu Koko, Pelipper, and Snorlax, and they couldn't really do much to get past Gashadon.
And I forgot what I was gonna say. As you did say, as you know, you could Earth Power predict the Skarmory's Roost. Master did make plays like that, and he was very dominant in this match.
Yes, definitely.
I guess there's not much to say about this match. This match was Mastodon just played really well. Not to say Sharpedo didn't, but Mastodon just overwhelmed him.
Yeah, it pretty positive for the Crocodile Sharpedo. I thought his Snorlax was very good with all the coverage it had. I believe it had fire, another body slam.
Was it an Assault Vest variant?
It was, I believe it was an Assault Vest.
Oh, good. So I think that was good prep because it could wall Audias's Dragon Stab and, you know, take special Genesect hits.
It does. It just unfortunately didn't go like pick up any kills, and the Mastodon did a really good job.
So while the Swax, you know, was good, you know, it just Mastodon played well, overwhelmed him. Not much to say. So anyways, that concludes the Mastodon Gastrodons versus Sydney Crocodiles. Next up, we have Blue Rogue and the Grimsby Grimers versus Jacob and the Green Bay Pikachus. So you can talk about this match because I introduced it, so.
Alright, well, the Grimsby Grimers, kind of butchered that a couple times. They went 4-0, and this match was, it honestly shocked me a little bit, considering I honestly thought the Pikachus were actually going to win this one for a while. Jacob had a lot of stall, I believe, but they got a lot of their first talk and knock off. I'm not a big fan of rest talk. Had Papa 3, yes, I had Fable, which is always Fable. But it was whittling down the Grimers team for a while, and then the Dragonite comes in, and out of nowhere, the match is over.
A bit before that, though, you know, I feel like the Grimsby Grimers, you know, held a lot of the momentum. You know, it was unfortunate that the Raichu kind of got stalled out with the Volt Tackle just Lipo recoil. But, you know, he utilized his defensive Pokemon Slowbro, Sandslash, and Registro, each picking up a kill. You know, so he brought Earthquake Slowbro, which I thought was really cool to hit a little buck.
Sandslash, I was, like I said, Sandslash my first. I saw, just like, why is there a Sandslash here? But I think this is very well. Rapid spinning, away some of the rocks a lot, and you did pick up the kill, like you said.
It also helped as somewhat of a defensive check against Lucario, and well, not Curse of Little Muck, but other variants of Little Muck, yes. I also
like the Cobra Berry on Slowbro. I forget how exactly that was used.
Oh, he used it as like a little bit of a bait, so he stayed in with the Little Muck, as the Little Muck went for a knockoff. Then he went for Earthquake and reeled it down, and Jacob was forced to use Rest on it.
Oh, okay, now I remember that. Yeah, that was good prep for those.
Also, not to say that Jacob didn't, but Jacob still played phenomenal. He predicted the Corkscrew Crash Weavile, which is a Steelium Z variant. He predicted that went into Lucario, which I thought was a really good play. I was talking about Steelium Z Weavile and how Jacob predicted that.
Oh yeah, as soon as I saw the Clefable switch out and then the Z move pop, I'm just like, oh no. And Lucario still took a little bit of damage, but it wasn't like what Clefable needed to take. But it didn't really matter in the end to
Yeah. I think. But what really set the tone into a 4-0 was towards the end, Blue Rogue makes a really, really good play and goes for Iron Head on the Clefable, making it a 2-0 and making Dragonite able to clean up without any setup either.
Yeah, if I'm correct, didn't Dragonite use Iron Head and get the switch on the Clefable as well?
No, it was a 2-0 because Jacob switched into it.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, Dragonite came.
And there was some good prep on Blue Rogue's part as well. You know, he sped crept his Dragonite for a modest Lucario. / modest Lucario, and he picked up that kill and Dragon was able to clean up.
Alright, so that concludes the match between Grimsby Grimers and the Green Bay Pikachu's. Grimsby Grimers, yeah. 4-0 victory. And now we're going to go on to the next match. The Canada Buccaneers and Montreal Monfernos. What are your thoughts on
this was a match, this was a clash of titans, pretty much. Bird and Blue Victini are amazing in draft format. Both are dominating in the NPL, separate NPLs. Bird is doing extremely well in the NPL minors, 6-0 record, and Blue Victini is just an amazing battler. And so that was very Blue Victini admitted this though. He did not prep for the Gorgeist as well as he could have, and the reason the match is really close, even though it shouldn't have, because he did get lucky. Oh, pardon? Yeah, he got lucky. I stuttered there for a bit. That's my bad.
Okay.
So early in the match, Verd sends out his little Ninetales, sets up the Aurora Veil, but the Aurora Veil was like a boost, or like to help set up his main plan to wear down some of his annoying bulky Pokemon, like before he got to admit it, that was his Toxic Spikes Nidoqueen.
Yeah, I think the Toxic Spike Nidoqueen with the Aurora Veil allowed Nidoqueen to set up all those while taking those Ice Beams from Porygon 2, and they didn't have to run AV to take them, they had leftovers, I believe.
Black Sludge, but it's basically the same thing.
Oh, Black Sludge, yeah. The hazards, they really helped forget what we're down. I can't remember.
Pardon?
can't remember who the toxic spikes were down.
Uh, they were on P2 and Manaphy. They pressured.
P2, man, I had a feeling. Yeah, and I thought that was very good for that. I wrote down as well here that the Ninetales did really good work at the part. Set up Aurora Bells, ice hits Landers and Donphin.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't really take too much.
Bird also utilizes Hydreigon very well. He uses it as a pivot. And that Blaziken, he loves bringing that speed boost Blaziken, man. Oh. That speed boost Blaziken really came in handy. You know, yeah, I believe he brought Protect 3 attacks. And it would have gotten 3 kills. You know, it was very good. Killed the Heatran with a high jump kick. Killed No. It killed Heatran. Oh man, I don't remember. Killed Heatran.
Did you the Golbat or the Landers?
Cool.
I think it was either Golbat or Landers. I don't quite remember. But the Blaziken, I think the differential could have been 3-0 if the high jump kick landed on one point. I don't think it made a big difference on the overall match.
It did save some differential for Luvatini though. A very pivotal moment in this match was when, you know, he could Luvatini could have predicted the Protect on Biscuit and could have went for Rock Polish Landorus, and it could have helped him kind of bring the match back.
Rock Polish Landorus is very dangerous. Landorus in general is.
I believe because they took out Megas, you know, that's why they were on Speed Boost Blaziken, 20/Floating Greninja. I believe this was Sheer Force Landorus incarnate.
Sheer Force?
Yeah, I think it's Sheer Force because Speed Boost Blaziken and Floating Greninja is also allowed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, probably was Sheer Force.
With a Rock Polish too? Ooh. But, you know, Verd played very, very well. Luvatini still played well. Just Verd pressured his defensive Pokemon very early on in the match. No, I don't think so. Let's want to go to the next match.
Yeah, ready to go to the next match.
Right.
Alright, we have Heracross Knight.
Heracross Knight PT, coach of the SL Benefica. I'm sorry if I butchered that.
Oh, no.
Against Sketchy Smeargle, coach of the Seattle Smeargles. Also, last week where I forgot, I didn't talk about Blue Rogue and Sketchy Smeargle. Blue Rogue ended up getting the 3-0 forfeit in his favor, so you know, that's what happened. But this match, the reason Hera is just one of my favorite coaches this week is because he's able to utilize his win conditions and he's able to utilize certain Pokemon correctly. He's able to use Mesprit very nicely. He's able to use Mandibuzz very nicely, Kartana very nicely, Flygon very nicely, and he's able to use Cobalion very, very nicely. Cobalion has picked up 7 kills in these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it does kind of shock me looking at Hera's team that nothing really looks very interesting, but the way Hera uses it makes his team very, very threatening. Like you said, the Cobalion, the Kartana, even the Mesprit, I thought they were used very well. Like I said, I wouldn't expect it to go well, but when you see it used, it really worked against Seattle.
Yeah, and, you know, Hera was able to whittle down, Sketchy's Rotom Heat, Rotom Heat ended up dying to Stealth Rocks. His Kieran Black ended up going down to Stealth Rocks. He got some information with Victini being scarfed and the Glass Guard being subtoxic.
Oh yeah, at that beginning of Toxic, I was kind of concerned because I couldn't find a way to get around that, but he did. And I guess the reason Rotom went down so fast was because it was an offensive area, and I thought that was kind of cool, but I don't know how well it didn't work too. It knocked out Mesprit. Like you said, it went down the rocks.
I think a defensive variant would have worked better, to help keep Cobalion in check and to keep Kartana in check, because once Rotom Heat went down, Kartana was a threat to his team, and Kartana picked up 2 kills. Kartana picked up 2 kills. It killed Glasgow, because it took out Glasgow on the switch in, and it killed Scarf Victini because it was Scarf as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now so, yeah, once, like you said, Kartana was gone, Kartana was for a while, basically. I'm sorry, I keep, repeating you, basically. But,
it's fine. It's a weekly recap. We're supposed to recap what happened. So basically, we're actually repeating ourselves, so...
Yeah, I also, so side note, I thought Hera had very good prep, but he was at a switching the bomb. And another thing about this at the end, I had the question why, again, if the girls go for a rock slide on Valiant, I understand Valiant at the time is still great, but it's still fighting them. There was still some help.
Maybe he thought it could have killed. And he didn't want to risk a switch in because he still had Mandibuzz and Flygon.
That is also true. That is also true.
So, also, how Hera played really well. His Raikou did not touch the field.
There was just 5 ons. But just the presence of Raikou being there. But now that I look at it, the Speargles had 3 mountain types. I'm not sure how Raikou was running HGI.
I think it was I think it was a Shuka bait, it had maybe Aura Spear and hit a Paradise.
Oh, okay, I can see the Aura Spear doing work again.
So yeah, there's not really much to go for,
Yeah.
4-0, congrats to Hera. Hopefully the Speargles can bounce back. But next up we have Dolphin Squared, coach of the Red Spark of Vikavolt, going up against against Cloud Envy, the new coach of the Random Hydreigons. And this was a 4-0, not a 2-0. I made a couple of mistakes, but it's okay.
I thought cool. This is the very last match I watched, so I personally, honestly, don't know too much about this match, but I did see that Vikavolt won, and I think one big thing about this match was the Celestial. It kind of went wild on it.
Yeah, the Celestial was a special variant. I think it was 3 attacks autotomized. I don't know if autotomized was revealed or something, but I know it was 3 attacks for sure.
I think Envy, he left his Whiscash in, and it clearly knocked it out. And then later, again, with the Granbull, that Flash Cannon, it just knocked it out as well. I'm not sure if Granbull flopped out, knowing that special variant at that point, or what else could have worked.
One questionable thing is that I'm not exactly sure why Cloud brought Shaman. I know there was rain there, and I know Thundy kind of walled Thundy in a sense, but I think he could have brought something else to help. And Shaman just didn't really do much. There's Fortress who walled it. Ariados kind of did well with it, if it got webs up against a defensive variant. Celesteela just walls it completely.
I could see Fire
did use Greninja very well. It did pick up 2 kills, but like Hera, what I'm very impressed with Dolphin is his way of using Thunderous Therian, like how Hera uses Cobalion. Thunderous Therian has picked up 6 kills in the last 2 weeks, almost as much as Cobalion. It did very well against Joda last week, and it cleaned up against Cloud's weakened team. I was talking about how Dolphin, like I was admiring Dolphin's ability to use Thunderous Therian because, like, how Hera used Cobalion very well. So did Dolphin with Thunderous Therian. Picked up 6 kills last 2 weeks. Cleaned up Cloud's weakened team from Soulsteel, but Soulsteel did its job.
Okay, yeah. I like the idea of, like, fast Pokemon, like Thunderous Therian, for example, like, saving them to the end. Or, like, Starters, I don't really agree with as much as Thunderous Therian. I don't think that's very Starters.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. So, yeah, he's able to adjust. It didn't really matter in this case, but, Greninja was, taking out the end? Yeah, Greninja was taking out.
Yeah.
Other thing, another thing I want to mention was Sticky Web. Yeah, it worked, I think, pretty well.
Yeah. And surprisingly, Ariados actually lived during a match.
Oh, shot. And when Bronze on IQ, I always forget Ariados is not that fast, so it wasn't doing too much damage to it either.
Yeah, surprisingly, Ariados is base 45 speeds for some reason.
Somehow.
We need a Mega Ariados, man. I'll tell you that. Like base 90 speed and like base 150 attack.
That'd be awesome. I would totally use Ariados.
I'd love to see that, but anyways. Now for the final match. I did not watch this match because the match was not up. So I'm going to leave most of this match to my fellow co-host here. This was Oregon Ducklets, coached by Johnny GB, against Eric, coach of the Colorado Mammoth Swine. Take it away.
Thanks, Narth. Well, I just want to, before I start with this, shout out to the Colorado Mammoth Swine, naming all of their Pokemon based off metal bands. I like that a lot. But this match was very quick. Just gonna be honest, it's very quick. Basically, in a nutshell, the Emboar was able to set up very well with bulk ups, and it just went to town on the rest of the Pokemon. That's why it went 4-1. I think it took itself out.
No, it was 4. It was 4-0.
Got past the walls. Wait, what?
Did it go down?
I think it went down the recoil.
I might have made a mistake there because I didn't watch the match, and when I was looking at the doc, I just saw 4, and I didn't see like a life orb recoil in the description. So it's a 2-0. Still.
Yeah, it's a 2-0. So it didn't really seem like a 2-0 because the Oregon Ducklets looked really good the entire match. Kecleon was able to take out Chandelure with Shadow Sneak. Tapu Lele was pretty good. And there was from the Colorado Mammoth Swine side as well, which helped Emboar speed near the end.
If you don't mind me asking, what was the Tapu Lele set?
The Tapu Lele set? What was the Tapu Lele set? I'm actually not sure, to be honest. I just remember it being really, it was alright.
Was it able to switch moves?
I think it did, yeah. I'm pretty sure it did.
Okay. Maybe like, I think it might have been like a taunt 3 attack set, to help keep like passive vocal like Umbreon on top of Finny, because I believe Eric has top of Finny in check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. He can bring it,
Did Spiritomb ever touch the field, or did Spiritomb and Jirachi ever touch the field?
I don't think Jirachi did. Spiritomb did. I'm going to say Spiritomb hit the field pretty early. I do apologize for writing down like up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Spiritomb did hit the field. lucky. I don't believe you're lucky. Don't know.
I think was Spirit Team used like as a pivot, and then John switched into something else to kind of gain initiative or momentum, something like that.
I believe that's what it is. I believe.
Okay.
Amplify didn't really use Umbreon too well. Umbreon, or basically, because Umbreon's probably the baddest. He did use Gudra, and that's properly.
What was the Gudra set?
The set? I'll have to look that up as well. This was one of the first matches I watched, to be completely honest. It was the third match I watched, so it's a little bit to the back of my mind.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do apologize.
So, Bisharp and Channeler and Gudra did pick up kills, and Embar died to recall, so it was a 2-0. But, and I think Eric did play well, I'm assuming, because it was a 2-0.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I apologize for not watching this match. It's alright. But anyways, yeah, do you have anything else about this match?
Not too much. I should have took more notes, I'll be honest with that. I should have took more notes on this match, I apologize.
I should be taking notes. I didn't even take notes. I wing it.
Yeah, it's alright, it's alright. That's kind of it. Oregon Ducklets, and kind of hope. Yeah.
Okay, I cut off there with it, but I'm assuming, we're done?
Yeah?
Alright, so, that concludes the weekly recap. Anything you want to mention? Like just something in general about this week, or?
Not really. Like I said, very early in the thing. I think my favorite match versus the Superiors. I just like to bring up Superiors. That was really good. Kind of it. Yeah, I don't really see anything else.
My favorite match was Hera's versus Sketchy. I like that match a lot, because Hera just never ceases to amaze me. It's just he uses his things very well. But the playoff races are coming to a close. We're deciding who's leading the pack and who's still racing for playoffs. Mastodon, Hera, I believe Blue Rogue. They're like 6-1. They're doing very, very well. And then like behind them is like Verd and Jacob and Dolphin Squid, I believe. A couple of the coaches. But yeah.
If I had to choose, I think Mastodon is pretty good.
Maybe. Anyways, that concludes the weekly recap. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been NarthVader and my co-host.
Galladite74.
And I apologize for that. There might have been some background noise, but this has been your co-host of the weekly recap. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.